or the YouTube, the Instagram, the Snapchatter, the TikTok, any of the social medias, go ahead and share it.
You know what? Put it on the TikTok and make sure you share it on the Pornhub because we're about to get nude and nude.
I'm not getting nude tonight. Like, I was thinking of doing a naked show, but it's cold. I'm not in a nice warm house like you are. Warmer than my garage.
I used to do the podcast out of my garage.
Oh, dude, remember when I used to do them out in the backyard? When it was just the phone, so I'd basically just call you on the phone and talk to you?
Yeah. A lot of times it was just you by candlelight.
It wasn't candlelight, it was a little fucking switch. Like, crappy light out back.
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready to talk some horror death battle?
Are you ready to argue?
Ready to argue. Hello, Amanda Lopez, Jordan Moran Harrison, Mary Martha Camacho, and more. Hello, everybody.
Hey, what's up, Sean Duffy? And you gotta say it like Idiocracy, dude. Mary Martha Camacho!
Mary Martha Camacho!
Should we give you another, could your middle name be Herbert Mountain Dew? Like President Camacho? Lenny!
Jordan Moran Harrison is so ready. He has no idea what we're even doing.
Yes, she does. Make sure we send that to Trip Rogers.
Oh yeah, we gotta get Trip in here to yell at us again.
Us? He's just gonna yell at me.
Huh?
You're such a BLE dick rider, dude.
It's not riding the dick. When you know it will stick.
Wouldn't you hope it'd stick if you were riding the dick? I'm just saying, you're becoming quite the expert on how Trip Rogers' balls taste.
Hey, the man throws one hell of a super kick. What can I say?
Man kicks you in the jaw once and you're sold.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is your 2-minute warning. I repeat, 2 minutes until showtime. Are you ready to talk some shop? The boss and the box. Fucking shop with 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 the boss and the box.
Dude, we have to update the Pablo Esco graphic. He's got a bunch of titles now.
Who's got a title?
Papo Esco's got 2, 3.
Papo Esco is the man
And
from the bodega.
The 4th one, where you can get anything, including a beatdown. Good evening, everybody. Welcome to episode 135?
Yep, 135. That's right. We've been doing this for 135 episodes, and we're still here. And I think we're kind of getting a little crazier each episode.
It's going to happen. It's got to happen. Like, oh, Mary Martha got a goat head stuck in her foot. That's garbage.
How? Wait, what? What do you...
A goat head sticker. Do you have those up there?
What is a goat head?
Yeah, come on down and find out. Walk around barefoot a little bit.
Oh, no thanks. I'm not Scotty McRib, man. I can't walk around barefoot everywhere.
Anyway, my craptacular composite crematorium of crapulence, cromulence, and cupcakes.
Ooh, cupcakes.
Back on topic. Welcome to episode 135 of Talking Shop with the Boss of the Box. I am but one half of your handsome, humble, heavyweight co-host duo, the Lunchbox. That's one word, capital L, capital B. Thank you very much. Joined as always on the eve of battle by Brandon Blacker.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen. It's Monday night, and you know what that means. That's right, everybody. As he said, it is Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box, episode 135, and we are sponsored by, Settle Down Beer, Gun Music Radio, and, and Settle Down Beer. We got those little things here. We got the glasses. He's got the shirt. He's got the hat. I've got the hat too.
And the hat.
It's the beer so good.
Yep, we are settled down.
Land you in the hospital.
Just go with it so good it landed you in the hospital. All right, because it didn't land me in the hospital, and Tracy walked away fine. Good evening, Mike Vonneck. Man, I keep freezing up.
You're here. I can hear you now, but all I heard was
I was throwing down some new death metal lyrics. You gotta decipher them.
Why is your video all the way up there? What are you doing to yourself over there? We're like,
I'm not touching a thing.
5 minutes in, and you're already screwing up over here.
Like I said, I'm not even touching anything, dude. Yeah, Jordan's right for once. Yeah, stupid Skype.
Yeah, that's what Paul Rubens said in the movie theater 20 years ago, but, here we are. I'm not touching anything! Well, I think Skype needs a beer, and it just needs to relax a little bit. And I think we're going to be okay.
It needs to settle down. Skype needs to settle down.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, this is episode 135, and if you are here, we're here to talk about monsters. We're here to talk about villains. We're here to talk about the supernatural, evil, sadistic forces that haunt you in the night. That's right, we are talking about the second Part 2 Horror Death Battle Tournament. Excuse me. Horror Death Battle Tournament. Whew. Okay, Part 2.
Yeah, right over there.
Well, I mean, I've already started drinking my my cranberry Sprite with Jameson, so.
Oh, did you get the holiday Sprite?
Yeah, dude.
Fuck you. All right, I'm tired of putting that shit up on shelves, and I've only been looking at it a week.
It's really good, and it's got no calories. No,
I get you, but we had to build a Christmas tree display out of that shit.
Oh my god. So
I totally forgot about it till I walked by it again the second time. Was like, oh yeah.
So we're gonna need your guys' help tonight. This is a tournament. This is a crowd participation episode, which means we're gonna argue back and forth. We're gonna need you guys to tell us who the winner is and who will move on to the next round. And if you can't do that, we will refer back to the voting in the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box discussion group, where each seed of the tournament was, put out there just for you guys. So, and we had some,
like Mike Vanek said, yay, horror movies. No, we're not talking about horror movies. Though, if you could get us some horrors to be on the show, like the professional ones, like if you can bag Gianna Michaels for us, please do.
You know what? That would actually be very interesting. If anybody out there knows an actual prostitute, we want to talk to him.
I was going with a porn star.
Porn star works too. But I want to know, actually a porn star would be fine, but that seems way too corporate for me. I want to interview an actual prostitute. I want to interview somebody who has no caps on what they're doing. I want to know the ins and outs and the thought process on what goes into that.
All the way around. We trying for a high class, or we just trying for, the ladies you might see on the street?
Ah, man, maybe.
Or fuck it, the dudes.
Yeah, there's some gigolos in here too. Vanek, Gianna will do it for Coke. Well,
hey, I work for Coke. Hey,
hook it up. Jordan's drinking a sparkling mango water. Way to keep it extreme, lady.
Hey, Mary Martha's just drinking cran grape. But anyway, I'm drinking Wild Barrel Vice Nectarine Cherry.
I wish I could see it, but you know, your light is
the light
little bright. You know, that's what happens in show business. You get that professional equipment, and it just.
Thank you, by the way, for the free professional equipment.
All right, my friend, are you ready to do 90 minutes of arguing about monsters, villains, and horror badasses?
It's what we'd be doing, calling each other anyway, so fuck it, let's get to it.
That's right. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're not familiar with what happened a couple weeks ago, we did part
This
one.
has no bearing on it.
This has no bearing on it, but a couple weeks ago, Miss Ellen Ripley from the Alien franchise won the very first horror death battle, which means whoever wins tonight is going to go one-on-one against Ellen Ripley, and we will determine who the horror death battle champion is. That's right.
See, I feel like me and Brandon should costume up and be the winners, and then we should just fight.
I choose Ripley if that's the case.
All right, let's see who wins tonight. Like,
wait. So I took that out way too soon. Hold on a second. Come bring that back. Oh, the one thing I forgot to load. I forgot to load the battle graphics that I did last time. Oh well. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, in our brackets we have Art the Clown from Terrifier franchise taking on Freddy Krueger from Nightmare on Elm Street, Freddy vs. Jason, and various other little things. We have the Death Angels from A Quiet Place.
That was your pick. It's from A Quiet Place.
Quiet Place. Brain fart. I'm sorry. I'm drinking. The Death Angels from A Quiet Place 1 and 2 taking on Predator, or Predators, I should say, from the Predator franchise. We have the evil Jinn, which is Genie, from Wishmaster, taking on the devious and wisecracking Leprechaun. And last but not least, we have the Firefly family. That's right. Taking on the Sawyer family, led by Leatherface. So this is going to be an interesting one. And based on the votes that we saw in the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box discussion group, people are kind of all over the place with the voting.
Some of them I've seen. We got at least one extremely tight race. We've got one absolute slaughter so far. Unless we get a bunch of people on here to fucking argue back,
right?
And then we've got some pretty clear, decisive victories. Not quite blowouts, but so let's see if you guys can sway it in the chat tonight.
Yes, please. So, with that being said, as I load up the battle graphics here real quick, would you tell them about our sponsor, Mike Vanek, real quick?
Ladies and gentlemen, do you need to book shows? Mike Vanek will do it. Do you need to go somewhere and talk about your brand new video that you guys just dropped? Mike Vanek can help you with that. Do you need your video played on a international station? Mike Vanek can help you with that. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Vanek can do all these things because Mike Vanek sucks. So check out Mike Vanek Sucks on Facebook. That is Mike Vanek, S-U-X. And, S-U-C-K-S. And he will dish out all the goods on promotional goods, really. I mean, he'll just help you out. I'm a little off tonight. So, yeah, Mike Vanek Sucks. Brandon, if you got the graphic, throw it up there. But if you're loading battle graphics, you probably don't. Either way, Mike Vanek Sucks. He's our media guy. He's in the chat right now. So, say, hey, Mike Vanek. Help a brother out.
Help a brother. All right, with that being said, I am pulling...
And listen to his Sounds of the Underground almost daily.
Yeah, and...
At any given time.
Yeah, and you usually pick it up about 7 a.m., so he starts early so you can rock out with the best of them. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, the first seed I'm going to put up here is... Oh, man. Okay, whatever. It is what it is. I am going to put up, and we're going to talk and argue about the Firefly family taking on the Sawyer family. That's right. We have Leatherface and his weird, demented family taking on no less than just a bunch of apathetic, crazy serial killers.
You've got two different psychotic families here that kill for two different reasons. The Firefly family seems to kill mostly for the pure enjoyment of it and occasionally for robbing. Rape, pillage, plunder, that's their motto. The Sawyers, on the other hand, they're doing it for survival. They're doing it for food. They don't just kill people to kill people, they kill people to eat them. So, is it the ultimate psychos or the corroded cannibals going to take this one home? Brandon, you pick the Sawyers. Please elaborate on why you believe the Sawyer family would win this fight.
Well, before I get to that, let me just drop a couple facts here. Ladies and gentlemen, the Firefly family, they have no less than 3 movies under their belt. House of a Thousand Corpses, The Devil's Rejects, and what was the other one?
Three from Hell.
Three from Hell, thank you. You know, their arguable amount of kills, well, you know, slated based on a Google search, they have around 100 kills between the 3 of them.
That's only on screen.
Exactly. So, you know, we don't know what the legend of how many kills they have outside of the screen goes to say.
Correct.
The Sawyer family, however, well, I need a drink of the juice. You know, they have no less than 6+ movies.
6+?
Yeah, there's a lot between remakes and reboots and weird sequels and offshoots. Yeah, there's 6+ movies of the Texas Chainsaw Massacre. So.
What is the actual number? 6+? 6+ what? 6+2? 6+6? 6+300? Like what?
That was hard to track down, man, because if you think of it, there's, let's see, off the top of my head without looking it up, there's what, 3 Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies? There's 2 reboots. There's 1 reboot, 1 prequel. I think there's even like a sequel to one of the reboot. Like I don't know, man. There's
okay.
They
okay, so you didn't hard chase this one down.
It was hard to, because there's so many different avenues to go with it. So, and they also changed the names. So like in the later ones, the Sawyer family is also the Hewitt family.
Gotcha.
It's the same family. So it's
Mary Martha says 9.
9. Okay, well, that's good to know. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Mary Martha Camacho. All right, so, you know, let's look at the Firefly family. Oh, sorry.
No, I was telling you, plead your case on the Sawyers first.
Yes. So the arguable amount of kills is 31 for Leatherface alone and 85 for the whole family. So, you know, other people that are killing in the family is Drayton Sawyer, Nubbin Sawyer, and Chop Top Sawyer. Bubba Sawyer is Leatherface, and Grandpa and Grandma, well, they're just dead and decrepit. So,
well, Grandpa wasn't dead at first.
No, but he wasn't the killer that the other guys were, though. You know.
No, he was bait.
Yeah. So basically, the other ones would come in and kind of bait him out, you know, set the trap, and then Leatherface would come in and do most of the killing. Most of the time. So, you know.
Hang on. We've got a very important comment in the chat. Roger Tripp says, fuck you, Dave, 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 fuck you, Dave. God, I hate you.
Okay. Well.
Awesome.
What's up, Tripp? Good to see you, man.
Thank you for joining us tonight, Tripp. I hope you can make it to Wingfest at my house next week.
Wingfest.
Wingsgiving, as it were.
Mm-hmm. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you're watching this now, you're probably just kind of winding down from work, and we're here to talk about some monsters and horror movie villains. So right now, I'm talking about the Sawyer family. This family is they kind of have the hills have eyes kind of element where you have to come to them. So, if you are a lost, weird wanderer in the middle of buttfuck South somewhere, I forget where they're actually located.
Texas.
Texas.
It's the Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Oh. Well.
Damn it, Brian!
Well, I should stop drinking. Okay. And because of that, Dave has frozen up. The internet said, you know what? You can't.
I did freeze, but I could hear you laughing.
Oh, that's great.
Like I said, I could hear you laughing in drawn out fashion.
All right, so the Texas Chainsaw Massacre, that's right. Yes, I'm sorry. Big, massive, stupid brain fart right over my head. Thank you, Mary Martha Camacho. Yeah, all right, Mike. Mike, you're right. Drink.
I'm just saying, and Brandon's an honorary member of the BLE, so look what kind of recruits they have. But
well,
that's just because Tripp's here.
Yeah, I know. So, okay, as I was saying, the Sawyer family, you got to come to them. You got to be that lost soul. But what happens if you have 3 dastardly members of the Fireflies just kind of wind up in buttfuck nowhere of Texas and get introduced to the Sawyer family?
Well, hold the fuck on. You're trying to stack the deck in your favor on this one. Now, why is it only the 3 from hell that are showing up to the Sawyer stomp grounds?
Who else would it be? I mean, who else are you counting over here?
Well, hold on. Like, not every Sawyer's alive. So, I mean, as a matter of fact, if we're going off true canon, Leatherface is dead. So your main killer is not even in the fucking picture. But no, dude, I'm just saying the three from hell are only a small portion. Mother Firefly has kills to her credit. RJ, Rufus Jr. has kills to his credit. Tiny, who not only fucked a stump, but also there are times they show him dragging around dead bodies. Grandpa kills people. And then there's the 3 from hell who I haven't even mentioned, all 3 of those being the main 3 killers.
All right. So who are you including?
Well, I'm just saying, if we're going fair fight even to even here, who are you including? Because, okay, give me the 3 from hell. And then you've got Leatherface and...
All right. You got Leatherface, you got Drayton, and you got Chop Top.
Okay.
I'm choosing them. Chop Top, he's Nubbin's twin brother and a Vietnam soldier. And then you got Drayton, who is the cook. And he is the brother of, Jedediah, Nubbins, and Chop Top. So...
No, see, here's the thing. Hi, Matthias. Leatherface would split Sherry Moon in 2 like lumber. Maybe. But here's the thing you forget. Leatherface plays with his food. Leatherface is not going to just blunt force trauma split Sherry Moon Zombie in half. He's going to look at her and see a woman, and he's going to take Baby and try to treat her like one of his other sad sack sorry victims. You're not dealing with that. You're dealing with a fucking psychopath, a necrophiliac, someone who may be a cannibal just like he. You're dealing with a sick, evil bitch. So if Leatherface tries any of that cute shit, and remember, she'll play innocent. And as soon as he grabs hold of her, she'll put a knife in his throat.
Yeah, but knives don't always stop Leatherface specifically, though.
No, but most of the people that he does battle with don't know how to use them.
Yeah. Ooh.
See, there's my argument. And then Captain Spalding, while physically not the strongest, he's cunning and he's quick with his hands and he's ruthless.
He can make some good jokes. The one thing I'll give you from the Sawyer family to the Fireflies is There's no joking between my family. You got all the jokes over there.
Well, yeah. I mean, the Fireflies are hilarious. I mean, Leatherface doesn't even talk.
Matthias said Firefly family would end up as a special edition gift set for Farmer Vincent's fritters.
Give me a reason, though, Matthias. Give me a fucking reason, because right now I've got 3 gun-toting, knife-wielding lunatics versus one dude who's great with a chainsaw, a Vietnam vet. So, okay, we've got veteran to veteran in Otis, you know, and then the cunning old bastard in Ruthless in fucking Captain Spalding.
So let's talk about scenarios here. Number one, I don't see the Sawyer family like even leaving the farm, so to speak. So it would have to be that the Firefly family would have to be on their turf for this to happen. Not like the
so you're giving home field to Sawyers.
I would have to, because I don't see the Sawyers going out and vacationing and picking a fight with some other killers. It would have to be on their turf.
I don't know what town the Sawyers are near, but the Fireflies are in Rugsville, Texas.
Ooh.
So they're not far away.
Let's do a little more research here. So, you know, let's see, the Sawyer family. Yes. Lives in. All right.
I don't know if Rugsville is a real town either, by the way.
And of course, Wikipedia is pretty useless for this kind of thing. Yes, we know it's Texas. Where in Texas?
Or near, because they don't live in a town.
Yeah. All right.
It's next to Arlen. That's correct. That's the closest they've been is to Arlen.
All right. You know, scenario-wise, the Fireflies would have to somehow happen upon the Sawyers on their home turf.
Okay. I was going to say, the Fireflies do tend to play the same game.
Yeah. Mary Martha says,
Kingland. Baits him into going and looking for the hanging tree of Dr. Satan. Kingsland. Okay.
Man, will you guys pay for better internet?
My internet's fine. Actually, my computer's been a bitch about it all week, though.
Anywho, you know, if they all sat down for dinner, you know, I just kind of foresee, like, the standard out of any Texas Chainsaw Massacre happening is somehow they end up inside, somehow they all end up at the dinner table, and somehow Leatherface comes out and just starts, you know, chainsawing, you know, through Otis while he's sitting there. And then Captain Spalding tries to pull out a gun or a knife, or I don't know. Either way,
here's my only complaint with that scenario.
Yeah.
The Sawyers are the Fireflies are also bad people. They don't trust people.
Right.
They're not going to take up a dinner invitation. And if they are, they're going to be on their guard the whole time. Because the Sawyers don't exactly scream easy target.
Mm.
You know, the Sawyers are creepy. Everybody that they acquire is always broke down and, you know, desperate. Same thing with the Fireflies. But they, like I said, they're broke down, desperate. They have no other option. With the Fireflies, they basically got baby and mother hitting on them. So, I mean, my point is the Fireflies aren't just going to be taken in by all that. They're not just going to come to the dinner table and not be sitting there with their guard up.
Okay, but let me ask you a real-life question, okay? Should Sherry Moon Zombie be in all of Rob Zombie's movies as the main star?
Cheap help, like... See, also not true, Matthias. The Fireflies have traps. They do go hunt. Actually, they more gather. They don't hunt and run people down. They charm them in. And then they spring all the traps.
Okay, so Mary also says the Sawyer family split up, so the Fireflies have an advantage because it's the three of them. Yeah, they did split up, but in this scenario, we are keeping the family together.
At the very least, everybody's in the same general location. Like they could split off and go explore. Like if we're going with the scenario of the Fireflies wander into the Sawyer's home turf, they might split up, search the house, search the basement, look in the garage for a car to get away.
So this is a rather tough one because both parties have attributes to be absolutely insane killers. But I don't know where to go with this. As much as I can defend the Sawyer family, I feel like we're kind of on an even plane. So I would like to throw this out to the chat. Ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, who is winning this battle? Is the Firefly family, triumphing over the Sawyer family and Leatherface, or is it vice versa? Drop your results in the chat. Seriously, you are second guessing the Icelandic prowess of Gunnar Hansen?
Wait, who's Gunnar Hansen again?
He's the guy who made Leatherface, Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong. Like, both are great movies, and the Texas Chainsaw is definitely a more iconic franchise. All right, we got two Sawyers, a Firefly. Mary Martha's already said Firefly a couple times. See if the Midnight Meat Train comes through for us.
You know what? I still haven't seen that movie.
What, Midnight Meat Train?
Yeah, well, actually, no, I have seen it, but I saw it when it first came out, and I don't remember a damn thing about it.
Vinnie Jones goes around killing people. Oh, and he plays Leatherface in the original film.
Oh shit, I didn't know that, or at least I don't remember that. That's cool to know. All right, we're gonna break it down to, let's give it about 15 more seconds, and let's drop some more in the chat here. So we got two Sawyers, one Firefly.
Two Fireflies. Mary Martha said Firefly earlier.
Oh yeah. So if it comes down to a tie, we're gonna have to go with the discussion group vote.
Well, and combine it with the chat.
So let's give it about 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. So let's scroll it down. Let us find this particular one. Was this one of the last ones or the first one? I can't remember. Oh, here we go. So, based on the Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box discussion group, if you're not a part of that, get a part of it because it's a lot of fun. Chat, the Sawyer family wins 10 votes to 6, so that is 2 votes extra for the Sawyer, making it 12, and 8, 2 more for the Firefly family. Why can't I say that? The
Firefly family? It's a 3F, man. Say it 3 times fast. That's a bitch.
Firefly family. I can't even say it once.
Firefly. Fuck! Man, I told you I'm off game tonight.
Matthias's lady says Leatherface as well. Okay.
Yeah, well, she can get in the chat. We don't take off-screen votes. I like my taters with French fried mustard.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, that means that the Sawyers move up in the tournament, bringing them to the semifinals.
No, I will not calm my tits.
Oh, yeah,
all right, we've looked at this enough.
Takes a second, takes time.
Takes time. Greatness takes time, Dave.
All right, so that's cool, man. Honestly, in a real life scenario, I would probably personally want to give it to the Firefly family as well. I was contractually obligated to, bait the Sawyer family.
It was your pick. You had to defend it.
Defend it. But, as a fan, I love me some Fireflies, man.
Agreed. Nobody thinks of the whole family as far as Texas Chainsaw Massacre goes. It's about fucking Leatherface.
Right.
Like, the whole family story is secondary. So, all right. Our next opponent. Or our set of opponents.
That's right. We're going to go... And this one, in the Talking Shop with the Boston Box discussion group, this one was quite a bit of a landslide. And we'll see another one of those later. But this one, however, I found very interesting. I thought it was a really cool matchup. When I chose mine and you chose yours, I thought it went together like peanut butter and jelly, okay? And I'm talking about the Death Angels from A Quiet Place 1 and 2 taking on the Predators.
Okay.
So what I liked about this is the fact that, both of them are both extremely dangerous. Stop that. Wait. Am I starting it over? Oh, darn it. Okay, that's fine.
What are you doing?
I keep pressing the button for the victory music. Whoops.
Oh.
Right one, the ring bell. All right, so we have the Death Angels from A Quiet Place 1 and 2 taking on the Predators from the Predator franchise. And this one's interesting because they're both very much predators. They're both extremely deadly, and they're both hunters.
Okay.
So let's do the little breakdown, shall we? So, ladies and gentlemen, introducing first from A Quiet Place 1 and 2. These are aptly titled Death Angels. They kill based on sound, and they are big, and they are fast, and they are deadly. They have 2 movies between them, and, well, the arguable amount of kills is in the thousands, if not millions, because, god damn it, they took down the entire fucking planet.
True, but we're not doing swarms here.
True, but that's just part of the thing. I mean, they took down pretty much like 80% of humanity, so because us humans don't know how to shut the fuck up.
Well, it's hard not to not make any noise. It's extremely hard to do anything. If you run, you breathe heavy. If you trip over something, you bang into shit. Dogs bark, kids cry. Like, noise is an easy thing to make happen when you're a human being.
Which, even though they're not human beings, they have a humanoid body. Let's talk about the Predators here. Roughly 6 movies between them. Arguable amount of kills for the Predators is, at least on screen in those 6 movies, about 200 kills.
About 200.
So not too bad for, I don't even know what to call them, like, capoeira ninjas?
They're not capoeira at all. They're gigantic hulking warriors. These are similarly built to humanoid, like 9 feet tall monsters.
All right, so we have the insight from the horror master himself, Matthias. Predator wins without a question. First of all, they walk silently barefoot like our protagonist did in A Quiet Place. They can project noise in other places and kill in the most violent and sometimes most silent ways possible.
See, Mary Martha said that she was taking the Death Angels because the Predators make noise, and they do have that little kind of clicking whisper roar. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
can you spell that phonetically, Matthias?
Yasha. Yatta! Is it like a Liu Kang or a Bruce Lee? Yatta! Okay.
Now, Matthias made a good point, so we'll just dive right into it. I'll take the floor and plead my case first. In the Predator, you have the universe's greatest hunter from beyond the stars who goes and seeks out the most dangerous creatures of any race they can find and hunt them for sport. They are going out to collect the most skulls and spines. Yataja, by the way. Thank you, Matthias. So the Yataja come down from Earth, and they have both projectile and melee weapons, meaning they've got their giant spear, which they can throw or just stab you with. They've got what's similar to a chatka, which is a throwing disc that is razor sharp. They've got a laser cannon with infrared beams on it. And of course, they've got their really sick ass adamantium style Wolverine claw that they use in close quarter combat. This is the ultimate killing machine, where 3 of them take down hives of aliens, or xenomorphs as it were, from the Alien franchise.
Yeah, but let's look a gift horse in the mouth here, excuse me, is that like the aliens essentially are just kind of dumb creatures. You know, they
all but the queen.
All but the queen. They are of a hive mind. So, you know, they're just kind of ants, so to speak. Ants just kind of do what they're supposed to do, and when they're threatened, they attack. But otherwise, they're there. So I wouldn't necessarily call aliens much of a threat unless you're in their general vicinity, so to speak.
Well, same with the Death Angels, though. They're not coming at you from miles away. Xenomorphs come like a swarm, but they come like a silent swarm, and they ambush you. They'll crawl through the ducts. They'll surround you without you knowing it, and then they attack from all sides.
But if you've seen in any of the Predator movies, they are prone to mistakes. You know, they are much like humans, and they'll step on something loud, or they'll accidentally uncloak themselves, or they'll do something that will cause the Death Angels to show up and just basically cut them in half.
See, but they're of similar size to the Death Angels, and I disagree, because they would be hunting the Death Angels before the Death Angels were even aware of the presence of the Yataja. They would be forming a game plan on how to combat them. They would have shown up with a game plan. They would come to hunt, is what I'm saying.
I agree.
Like, so they're already educated. They have a game plan, which includes a lot of silent moving, and they're going to start the fray with distance weapons.
Sure. But
do the Death Angels have a distance weapon?
No, they don't.
Okay.
No, they don't. But what they do have is speed. You know, there's got to be something said about a monster that can hear you step on a loud piece of grass from, I don't know, a mile away, and then get to you within less than a minute. That's some fucking Flash shit right there.
That's quick. That's very quick, but I'm just saying, like, okay, so they can cover that kind of distance, but can they attack at lightning speed like that? That different kinds of speed.
Yeah, but honestly, like I said, my argument here is that the Predators can be prone to mistakes, just like any human being can. And these creatures, while I won't argue the fact that once they get up close, there may be a fighting chance for the Predator to get out and, you know, survive. But if they're not quick enough to do that, then these Death Angels are just going to swoop in and just chop them in half.
Okay. So to make this a fair fight, we agreed it was 3 Death Angels, 1 Predator, correct?
Yes. Oh wait, did you say? I thought you said
okay.
3-on-3.
Okay, we can do it 3-on-3. I like those odds.
Yeah.
A lot. That's easy to argue.
Go on.
Okay. My scenario here. As I stated, for this to happen, the the predators, the Yatija, are coming in as hunters. They have landed here to hunt the Death Angels. So they'll happen upon at least one doing whatever it's doing, feeding on another victim, sleeping, pissing on the bush. I don't know what they do. And right away, the laser fire will take that one out. So now we're up 3 predators to 2. Because that laser if they together encounter all 3 at the same, or 1 at the same time, they blow it away and it's done. Right then and there, done. If they each separately stalk them, they're going to take out all 3 in one shot. It's not even a fight anymore.
Okay. I can see that happening, but I can't see all 3 of them making it out, man. You know, I mean, you know, like, number one, these Death Angels, not only are they fast, but they're big. They're about as big as a car.
Which is only about a predator and a half.
I mean, they're like fucking spiders, dude. Like, they're big.
A single predator took out the Queen Alien.
Sure.
A single predator took out the Queen Alien.
Somehow Ellen Ripley made it to be champion of our first tournament. So anything's possible here.
I'm just saying, you kill a Queen Alien, you're already a badass.
But I'm still not even convinced like a Queen Alien's even that big of a threat. I mean, they're big and nasty, but you know,
they've got acidic blood. Her tail whip can go like 30, 40 feet. Like,
I don't know.
Dude.
I don't know. That's another argument for another time. But
right, we didn't do we strictly said no Titans.
Yeah, no Titans. And this is about as big as we're getting with these Death Angels. Like, you know, they're probably what, 7-8 feet tall. You know, they're longer width-wise. Anyways.
Yeah.
Anyways, the argument is, I can't see the Predators, you know, like, taking out the speed, man. Like, if you've seen the Quiet Place movies, even if you've only seen one of them, you know that once you make noise, you're fucked. That's it. You can't.
A regular human knows they're fucked. We're talking about an elite killer. Something that has weaponry, armor, infrared technology, cloaking. Like, how the Death Angels hear a noise, but can they see?
No. That is their one disability that they have, is they cannot see.
Okay. So the Predators don't. So cloaking would be of no help.
Cloaking would be of no help because they rely purely on sound. So basically, you make a sound, that's where they go. They pinpoint where that sound is.
Yeah, but don't get me wrong, Matthias. You're right. The Predator would just nuke the planet from the wrist bomb, but
we're talking about a fight here.
Well, that's the Predator's admission of defeat.
Mm-hmm.
Because essentially they set off a small neutron bomb to wipe the area. They're not really trying to destroy the planet. With the xenomorphs, they were trying to destroy the hive. But which they were successful in. But what they essentially do is blow up the area that they killed in, so that way there is zero evidence of them ever being there.
Yeah, okay. So everyone's talking about the nuking here. Well, if it gets to the point where they have to nuke shit, well, they still lost. That's still a loss.
Yeah, that's the defeat. Like I said, that's their admission of defeat.
Oh man. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, take it to the chat, will ya? Who is winning in this epic horror death battle? Is it the Death Angels or is it the Predators? Will brains, cunning, and, you know, survival triumph over just vicious, fast, and, you know, deadly? Drop them in the chat right now. I'm going to get the next thing going, so we'll see it in just a moment.
All right. Mary Martha says Death Angel. Matthias says Predators. Tristan says Predators. Jordan says Death Angel.
We have another tie?
Yep.
Oh man, 2-2.
Jordan just sides with you.
Not
We've agreed with
not
that.
true. Not true.
Bullshit. I kicked your ass in the great promo battle and she decided on you. And then her dog voted for me. Mike Vanek says Predators.
Oh snaps! That's 3-2.
Yeah, that's 3-2 here, and we've still got the poll.
That's right. So I'm pulling up the next battle graphic right here, and then I'm going to pull up the poll so we can see who the true winner is. Which is going to be interesting because if I remember how it was, then it's probably going to be a close call.
No, it's gonna end up just like the last one, where it was already it was a landslide, and then the chat votes moved it like almost to the same amount, just bigger.
That's right. Okay, so looking at the poll now, ladies and gentlemen, the Death Angels with the 3 extra votes bring it up to 8 votes, while the Predators sits at a 12 with 3 additional votes, making it 15. Predators win this round.
By actually a lot more of a landslide than I expected.
Absolutely. So let's pull this back up. Let's pull it up.
Which actually, I would like to complain about that. How dare anybody doubt the greatness of the Predators? Like,
all right, so the Predators move on to the semi-final round. So with that being,
I think you should do the landslide next, because we've got a real fist fight on our hands on the other one.
You know what? That is fine. So I could do that. I have to pull that up though. Give me 1 second.
Because in the end, Matthias, this is all opinion based, and unless you run the scenario, styles make fights. Is kind of where I'm going with it. Styles make fights. Certain creatures' strengths will take certain creatures' weakness. And sometimes you're a little biased on that fact. Just like anybody would be. This is a fan vote.
Mm-hmm. That's right. So the next fight, ladies and gentlemen, we had quite a bit of a landslide in our discussion group. This next fight is... That's right. We got Art the Clown from Terrifier and All Hallows Eve taking on Nightmare on Elm Street's Freddy Krueger.
That's right. The franchise player, as it were, in horror in Mr. Krueger, the son of 100 maniacs, taking on the silent but deadly and voraciously vicious Art the Clown.
All right. So are you ready? Wait, where? Oh, there we go. You ready for some facts here?
Yes.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at our combatants here. We have Freddy Krueger, who arguably has 10 movies under his belt, 9 official movies, plus an appearance in the movie Stan Helsing. Arguable amount of kills, about 50 or more between 10 films. So yeah, Art the Clown, however, he has 3 movies under his belt, 1 upcoming movie with Terrifier 2 coming out next year. Arguable amount of kills so far, 12 plus and growing. So,
right, because the 12 is only his confirmed from the first, from All Hallows Eve and Terrifier.
Right. So, why did we pick these ones? Well, I picked Freddy Krueger for the simple fact that Freddy Krueger is awesome. You know, he's a creep. He's hilarious. The shit that he does to his victims is just genius and over the top. Why did you pick Art the Clown for this one?
Couple reasons. First and foremost, the savagery. Like, I have not seen somebody, a horror icon or a slasher that a new slasher that people have fallen in love with the way people have fallen in love with Art the Clown. The dude, the first guy who portrayed him was great. We were fortunate enough to have David Howard Thornton, who played Art in Terrifier, on the show, and he just did an outstanding job of making this clown look sadistic, silent, brutal, mildly supernatural. These are both somewhat supernatural super slashers. Art has teleportation on his side. Art seems unkillable. Like he blew his own head off and then came back to life.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, he blew his brains out to quote unquote avoid capture, and then in the morgue popped back up. Art the Clown is supernatural, whereas Freddy, same. He invades dreams. He is the boogeyman. So I thought it was kind of a neat fight.
We did actually reach out to David Howard Thornton to see if he can give us just kind of a short video on why Art the Clown would take down Freddy Krueger, but unfortunately we couldn't put it together. So, God, you and that Julian Sands, man. Can you guys get a room already? Julian Sands from Warlock. Yeah. Nobody cares about Warlock.
Warlock's underrated. I will say that. Warlock, I put it around the same time frame as the Waxworks franchise.
Ooh, Waxworks.
And both were severely underappreciated, in my opinion. Like, severely. So, but either way, Art the Clown is brutal, and both of these guys make a habit of playing on the weak, was one of the directions I went with this. Plus, I also thought about the fact that Freddy has to utilize fear. Freddy has to utilize manipulation. He can fight, no doubt. Like, he went toe-to-toe with Jason Voorhees. And did better than anybody expected, which I kind of think was bullshit, because in the real world, hand-to-hand, I think Jason Voorhees would rip Freddy Krueger in limb from limb. Freddy Krueger's a child killer.
Yeah.
Like, when you break it down, in the real world.
Now, that brings me to my, the thing I was going to say is, if for some reason Art the Clown happened to be dreaming and Freddy Krueger showed up in his dream, there is no contest whatsoever that Freddy Krueger would just tear Art the Clown to pieces and just play with him like he's nothing. But
what's Art fear? That's the question. What's Art fear? Because like Freddy said, he can't come back if no one's afraid. He can't come back if no one's scared of him. If he's forgotten, he's nothing. He's powerless, which is why he called upon Jason Voorhees. But so how is this boogeyman gonna get in the head of a silent, psycho-sadistic clown? The maniacal mind.
But here's what I was going to say before you went off on that tangent, is to make things a little more fair for Art the Clown. Let's take the scenario that somebody brought him back to the real world and happened to be in the same vicinity as Art the Clown. Now, all of a sudden, you have a more even playing field. Because in the dream world, Freddy can manipulate time and space to do whatever the fuck he wants.
But so can you. That's how all of our heroes find out that they could beat him. They either drag him into the real world and then teenagers whoop his ass, or they realize that they're the dream master.
Oof.
Not Freddy. And that was where it got interesting to me. See, the way the poll worked out, which I guess I'm kind of jumping the shark here a little bit, I just don't think a lot of people are familiar with the greatness of Art the Clown, or they didn't put any thought into it. They just saw the franchise player, the Ric Flair of horror, as it were, Frederick Krueger, like I said, the son of 100 maniacs, the guy who we all had nightmares about. And they just picked him because they were unfamiliar with who Art the Clown is.
Yeah, like, again, 99.9% of anybody that fell into Dreamland, they passed away. Now, even if you put somebody who doesn't have fear into Dreamland, like Art the Clown, he's still going to get mauled by something that Freddy throws at him with his wild, crazy imagination. But if you put him in a real-world situation, you have one hell of a stab battle on your hands here.
Well, and Art's not afraid to pull a gun, too, when he feels like he's dead, when the chips are down.
Which always, every time I watch Terrifier, that always surprises me every time. Because I'm like, wait, A slasher pulled a gun?
Yeah, he's just like, fuck it, bang.
Oh, shit. But, yeah, man. Dream world, no contest. Real world, that's when you're really, putting the nuts to the grindstone here. That's when the odds become a little more even. Appearance-wise, I think Art the Clown is fucking terrifying. Freddy just looks like, a skinny ball sack.
Well, and Art's big.
Well, yeah.
Like, remember, we found out that David Howard Thornton stands a good 6'4".
Right. Well, Freddy's not small either. Freddy's like 6'2", I think.
Something like that. He's bigger than we thought. When him and Kane Hodder locked up, like, it was kind of, oh, okay, Freddy's not that little of a guy.
Yes,
and you're definitely right, Matthias. Like, Freddy's vicious.
Man, all right, so
we don't even need to throw this in the chat because we don't even have enough viewers to take it back.
Whew. Yeah, I mean, okay. So let me pull up the discussion vote here. So you guys are free to vote. Go ahead and vote on who is winning between Freddy Krueger and Art the Clown. Go ahead and drop it in the chat, my friends.
Right, guys. Like I said, you're right. My bad. I forgot that wasn't Kane Hodder in Freddy vs. Jason.
It was not.
But still, the guy they got was not a small guy.
No. Okay, where the hell is it? Oh, there it is. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, based on whatever is in the chat now, I hope you guys are voting. I'm looking at the poll right now. We have a rousing 1 vote for Art the Clown
and it was me.
and 25 votes for Freddy Krueger, man. So, damn, dude. Even like with everybody in the chat voting for Art, it's still not enough for Art the
not even close.
For Art the Clown to make it out of this round. Whew. That's a rough one right there. But we have your winner, Freddy fucking Krueger, man. Krueger. Freddy Krueger.
No, it's not John Cougar Mellencamp.
I mean, it could be. We just, maybe he's having a bad day. I don't know.
No, dude, he'd be too busy sucking on chili dogs.
Shit.
Like.
All right, so with that being said, Freddy moves on to face the Predators in the semifinal. Wow. All right, that's going to be a fun one.
Oh, that's going to get heated. Oh, shit, that's going to be fun.
All right, so with that being said, let us move on to round 4.
This was the closest race. Like this, I was proud of how close, how toe-to-toe this one was. I don't know the final results. You guys might actually sway that tonight, as close as it was when I last checked the poll. So here we go, Brandon.
All right, with that being said, we have the Djinn, which is basically just kind of a genie, an evil genie, taking on, from Wishmaster, taking on Leprechaun from the Leprechaun franchise. Let's get it on.
Now this one was so interesting because when Brandon and I discussed the brackets, and as you notice, we kind of try to keep like to like, slasher to slasher, critter to critter, demon to demon, like supernatural against each other. And so we thought about who are the 2 most badass, like wish-based monsters. Who are the 2 most badass monsters that come from your own inner desires and use that to play havoc on you? And we agreed on these 2 immediately, and we basically had to like rock, paper, scissors for who picked who.
Right. That was a lot of fun. So with that being said, let's drop some knowledge. So the Djinn, he is in 4 Wishmaster movies. Wishmaster 1, 2, 3, and I think it's Reborn, or I don't know. I don't have it in front of me, or Legacy, something like that. But anyways, the Djinn arguably has about 100 on-screen kills. Leprechaun, however, has about 8 movies, including one shitty WWE Studios movie and another another movie not starring Warwick Davis,
which automatically doesn't count.
Yeah, Arguable amount of kills of around 75 on-screen kills. So, the Jinn, he's a super serious dude. You know, demon, whatever you want to call him, genie, Sinbad.
They're basically a kind of the nether regions. Like they're not the demons. They're like what's in between heaven and hell.
Yes.
Like it's by the way, it's Wishmaster prophecy fulfilled.
Yeah, I was way off.
Similar theme.
But okay, so the way Wishmaster, the Jinn, gets his powers is that he has to grant wishes. No telling what kind of a warrior he is. And the same, the same can't be said for Leprechaun. I can honestly say that right away. The one thing that we get from the Jinn in 4 movies is the fact that he grants wishes and he fucks you up because you granted a wish.
Yeah, he always finds a way to make it horrible. Be it one of my favorites was when the guy wanted $1 million and his grandmother or aunt or whatever it was signed the insurance policy for plane wreck and it takes off and blows up.
Right.
So then he's a millionaire, but his aunt died. And then he comes back to claim your soul after he's granted you a wish.
So he gets stronger.
Right, becomes more human. It gets closer to unleashing the Jinn upon the earth, which we saw a glimpse of that at the beginning of all of them. And it looks pretty shitty.
Yeah.
Like there's demons eating you, people like Cenobite looking demons coming out of people's chests, like a combo between the Cenobite meets the fucking alien chest burster. Like it's nuts, dude. The Jinn are nothing to fuck with.
No. And, but with that being said though, he is a magical creature. So he can use magic to his advantage. Like he doesn't, most of the time he uses the magic to do wishes, but I'm sure that we haven't really seen too often he can use magic to defend himself as well. And that is something he'll have to do against the Leprechaun. So tell me about Leprechaun. What do you like about Leprechaun? What are the odds of Leprechaun here?
Well, see, here's the thing. Leprechaun is savage, and he can just kill you to kill you. But he also utilizes whoever's got his gold. He can't kill whoever's got a piece of his gold. He cannot kill them, and he has to grant their wish. He has a really weird weakness. He cleans shoes.
Yeah.
And if you throw a pile of shoes at him, he will clean them first in lightning speed. Distracting him for a moment. And if you've got access to a 4-leaf clover, you got to one up on him.
Well, yeah, and you also have to remember, a friend with weed is a friend indeed, but a friend with gold is the best I'm told.
Correct.
Oh, man. Okay, Matthias. I'm going with Leprechaun 4 in space. Dude gets killed by a space marine with a pulse rifle. His aura goes straight up the dude's penis as he was urinating on Warwick Davis's ashes. As he was getting it on with another marine, Warwick Davis pops out like a chest burster, stating, "So where'd my Lucky Charms went?" Okay, yeah.
No. So that's where me Lucky Charms went.
No doubt, Leprechaun has more.
Think about that, and he's unkillable.
Yeah, dude's got more one-liners than Chucky and Freddy combined. But dude,
I don't know about all that.
But so let's look at a magical battle here. Okay, in order to kind of gauge these two, I can't necessarily see them going into some sort of a physical battle. So let's look at magical powers here. So the Jinn, as you said, has the power to bring apart world destruction.
After they have to have so many wishes granted by the person who woke them up. Because they can just grant, They're not like the Aladdin genie,
No.
where they can only grant whoever's in possession of the lamp their 3 wishes. The person who woke them from their slumber and freed them from the crystal they have to make their 3 wishes for hell on earth to happen. Otherwise, the jinn just kind of run around granting random wishes to people.
Now, also, you got to keep in mind, even though he looks like a, crazy devil demon right here, he's also a shapeshifter. He can take human form as needed.
No, he takes their skin.
Right. So, I don't know, it's shapeshifter in my head. You turn into somebody else, you're a shapeshifter. But yeah, you're right. Yeah, so you take somebody else's skin, and he could do it multiple times. He can manipulate, he can transmorph other things around him. He can real life. I can't even say the right words. Basically, he can manipulate things around him to suit his needs. What about the Leprechaun? What kind of level playing field for magic does the Leprechaun have?
He also, it's the same thing. He alters reality. Like when that woman wished to be beautiful, he made her hot after she granted her wish, and then he blew her butt up and fucking, had her lips explode, and I mean it was great. They both bend reality. Is what they do, and it's crazy.
Yeah. If this was Marvel, this would be Scarlet Witch taking on Scarlet Witch. Yeah. But anyways,
the only thing, and I know I'm almost arguing against my own here, is the fact that I feel like the jinn could procure a 4-leaf clover. They got the kryptonite to Superman.
I agree.
Right
I
there.
agree. I think he would be smart enough to realize that this is the weakness. So, with that being that, sorry, sir, you broke up. Can you say that again?
God. I was saying, Matthias just did a beautiful Simpsons comparison. Literally, both do the monkey's paw concept. Just Warwick Davis is funnier than Wes Craven's production. Good way to put it.
Yeah, I mean, essentially,
the magic monkey paw.
You're breaking up again. All right, so, ladies and gentlemen, now it's time for you guys to come in and choose. Now, I won't give you the poll. I won't give you the poll results until we get some. So go ahead, drop in the chat who is winning this battle.
Actually, I think you should drop it.
Well, I don't want to sway opinions by giving the actual numbers. So, I mean, if they really want to look at it, they can go to the discussion group and look at it. But who is winning this? Jordan says Leprechaun. Matthias says Warwick Davis. Lenny says Leprechaun. Whoa, wow. All right. Let's give it another
You might need to fix my computer.
10 seconds.
I'll say right now we've got a landslide.
We do have a landslide. We got 5 leprechauns to no Jinn. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is a wrap. So, with that being said, with the discussion group's poll, we have 10 votes for Leprechaun plus 5. That's 15 to 7, bringing Leprechaun to the semifinal round. So let's pull this back up here.
I've lost all audio on you, I think.
Can you hear me?
Yes. Like you were kind of glitchy, but you weren't speaking.
Yeah. So what I was doing was I was creating the bracket here. So we have some very interesting brackets for our semifinal round, my friend. So on one end, we have Freddy Krueger taking on 3 Predators.
No, we'll make it a fair fight. It's 1-on-1.
1-on-1. Okay. Wow, that's gonna be crazy. On the other side, we have the Sawyer family, or just Leatherface, taking on Leprechaun in the semifinal round. Wow.
Okay.
Okay, indeed.
I see no reason to banter and bullshit. Let's get to it.
Okay, so what do you want to do first, man? Like, we just talked about Leprechaun. Do you want to go to Freddy?
No, you know what? Because he's fresh on our mind, and I feel like Freddy versus Predators is going to be a more of a battle. Like, I feel that's going to have more interesting stakes in it. Like, I don't know why. That's just how I feel.
All right. Oops. So you said Leprechaun and... wait, who was it? Damn it, I gotta pull this all up again.
Leprechaun versus you get one Sawyer.
Oh, one Sawyer. Well, it's gotta be Leatherface.
Whoa! Hang on a second. Because who says, Brandon, that it has to be a fist fight?
Well, what else would it be?
Who's to say... Well, but what I'm saying is, who's to say this couldn't be kind of a movie concept?
Go on. I said go on.
The story back drunk as it were. Not again. Right now? Really?
All right.
Wow.
You're good. You're in.
Wow. Sorry about that. Okay. Am I still with everybody here?
No, guys. They're right. It was the Sawyer family versus Leprechaun. The other one was Freddy Krueger versus Predator.
Well, no. What I was saying, they were just automatically saying who they thought won. I think that's what they were saying. This is who's going to win this one. The Leprechaun was going to beat the Sawyers, and Predator was going to beat Freddy Krueger.
Yeah. Okay. So let's check this out real quick. So, all right. So I'm picking Leatherface because that is what I know a little bit better than the rest of the family. You have the dastardly, that's my word of the day, Leprechaun. Now, basically, Leatherface has brute strength on his side. He's a special individual, as we have seen in the movies. He's got some disabilities, but basically he doesn't give any qualms about, just tearing you in half. Like, it's fun for him. So
he's doing it for meat.
He's doing it for meat. But I don't see any issue with Leatherface getting up close and personal and just trying to saw the little guy's face off.
He's got to get there.
Yeah.
Matthias had a beautiful set of commentary. You're going against a cannibal who is built like a Mack truck with a chainsaw versus a magical immortal entity.
Yeah, and therein lies the problem. Humanity versus magic.
Well, average humanity finds a way to outsmart magic. The Leprechaun is never beat physically. He's always outwitted, or they always use his weakness against him. Do you really think Leatherface is going to go out and find a fucking 4-leaf clover?
In this case, no. So in the semifinal round, we are no longer defending our original picks, more so as rationalizing how they can get there. I don't think Leatherface can get there because he doesn't think like a normal person. He's a very one-track minded individual. Yeah,
kill and eat, kill and eat, kill and eat, kill and eat.
Yeah. And yeah, you're right. Unfortunately, that's just kind of how the brackets fall, my friend. Leatherface should have gone against Predator. Yeah, that would have been a little more fairer of a fight, I guess. But
I disagree. I don't think that'd have been a fair fucking fight at all. Like, I get his point, brute strength to brute strength, but you're talking the ultimate tactician who can hide in a tree with a laser blaster and just take this guy out in one shot. Leatherface is not a military trained stalker. He's not going to know the predator's there.
No.
So I think that would have been an easier smash.
No. So with that being said, I mean, my vote is for Leprechaun. Chat, go ahead and drop yours if you haven't already. Yeah, I mean that would have been great. Leatherface gone against the Predator. Yeah, that would have been a lot of fun, a lot of brutality, a lot of gore. That would have been great, but that's not how it fell, unfortunately.
No, I think he thinks we should have started like that. And I get it. That'd have been kind of a fun boundary cross right there, because we usually try to do like extraterrestrial versus extraterrestrial was where we went with, and I see it. The only thing is what scenario can you see the Predator winding up coming onto Leatherface property? His ship crashes? Like, his ship crashes near there? But what would interest him in Leatherface? Because remember, they hunt for sport.
Right.
For the most part, they don't kill to kill.
No.
You know,
if that
so
was the case,
he would have...
if that was the case, there would have been many Predator movies where they're just going hog wild, blowing the shit out of people.
Yeah. Instead, they hunt LAPD Special Task Force Unit. They hunt, guerrillas. They hunt guerrilla warfare, like, rebels, not like the animals, gorillas. Like, they hunt, military.
Yeah. You should have had Juggernaut against Juggernaut. Yeah. I'm the Juggernaut, bitch.
He doesn't mean like just Juggernaut, but he means like basically 4 horror Hoss matches.
I know what he means. And he's right, but we try to give it a little more variety.
Sometime we could sit down and argue horror movie hosses. Like, we could put that together, maybe bonus content or something.
Yeah, that would be cool. I'd love to argue, we have a fatal 4-way match between, Michael Myers, Freddy Krueger, or not Freddy Krueger, Jason Voorhees, Leatherface, and who's another big
Predator.
What about Hatchet?
Not iconic enough.
Nah, probably not. But for this one, I am voting for Leprechaun.
He clean sweeped it.
For sure. So where's the Sawyers here? Back. Leprechaun here. Okay. So now we have a very interesting battle. Something that I couldn't fathom.
Why? How would this happen? like, do the Predators kidnap? Does Yatija kidnap Freddy because he's an apex killer and he wants to hunt him, or have the Predators figured out that their next challenge lies in the dream world?
Oh shit!
That's how it would have to go. That's the only plausible way this makes sense. The Predators are going to hunt Dreamland.
Oh, man. So, all right. Final semifinal round here between Freddy Krueger and Predator. Now, we have a battle tactician taking on a Dream Master. And I mean, let's face it. In hand-to-hand combat in the real world, Freddy Krueger is just a stab-and-go kind of character. But
like we said, he went toe-to-toe with Jason Voorhees, though, which was better than we all expected.
But, yeah, you're right. You are right. However, Predator is fast. Predator is smart, and much like Batman, has a utility belt full of crazy gadgets. Okay, not an actual belt, but you know what I mean.
Right. He's got an arsenal on his person.
Yeah.
Like if he throws the thing and Freddy's claws are somehow like that's the thing. If he threw his fucking spinning blade, the flying frisbee of death there, he would cut Freddy's claws in twain immediately. Bam, gone. Freddy's best weapon gone.
Yep. And it's happened before too in other Freddy movies where they take the gloves off and automatically Freddy is just kind of a sitting duck, so to speak.
He's resourceful. He finds a way more often than not, but to at least fight back. But yeah, the loss of his glove is usually the sound of his demise. That's kind of the death knell. Like now he's going down swinging.
All right, so now, I am placing my vote with Predators. You know why? Because if you put him in a dream world or a real world situation, these guys are smart. These guys are essentially like fast Terminators for the most part. They're going to target him. They're going to blow him up. They're going to cut him in half. Freddy's not going to have a good day.
I just don't think there's a way for the the Predators to become scared of Freddy. Like that's my main thing. And Freddy operates on fear. They fear. You know what I mean? Like the only reason they'd fight Freddy is to go into the dream world and basically take him on of their own volition. Like that's the thing. I just don't see how Freddy manipulates the world around them.
Right. So as we're looking at the chat here, okay, so we already have some votes trickling in. Matthias says Predator. The clean sweep. Mike Vanek says Freddy. Let's see. They also don't fear Freddy. He would literally run out of ideas to deal with them. Mike Vanek says, yeah, Freddy. Lenny says Predator. Jordan says, I don't care. So I am also voting for Predator. Are you voting for Freddy or Predator? Okay.
Predator.
Now brings us to a final round that makes a little more sense, possibly.
Ooh, yeah, and it's a weird fight. It's a really weird fight.
Okay.
I've got table first.
Whoops. Put him back. Put him back.
I've got a really weird take. Like we have to set. Oh wow. Like who would ever see this coming?
All right. So we have Predator taking on the Leprechaun.
What the fuck?
Warwick Davis in all of his glory, taking on the savage aliens from
Willow.
Willow
is taking on the Predator.
Right.
We have a Nelwyn taking on a Super Daikini. What the fuck have we gotten ourselves into here, Brandon?
I don't know, but this is good though. This is good, and we might actually wrap up the show in a in an early fashion for once. All right. So with that being said,
I know you've been calling him an Ewok all night, Matthias. I've been seeing that.
He was also an Ewok. Yes, he was. And apparently, I guess Warwick Davis is trying to get into another Leprechaun movie, and I'm totally down for that. And by the way,
if it ain't Warwick Davis, I ain't going.
Right?
I'm like straight up, what the fuck? Why would I want to see that?
Plus, he is Willow once again. There's a Willow TV show coming out soon too. If it's not already out, I'm not sure.
You know what? I gotta look. I gotta look and see what the release is on that, because I shadowed a little bit on the Chucky show idea, and I'm hooked.
Yeah, it's a good show.
Like straight up, dude. No, we can argue this while we're getting ready to set up for a magical immortal entity versus a fucking predator. But wow, I don't even know how we're gonna boil this one down, dude. This is dumb. But this is some stupid shit. But no, in my opinion, the Chucky show is better than the last 4 fucking movies combined in every way, except maybe comedy.
Yeah, the comedy's there though.
There's still funny moments, but like as we agreed, once they did Bride of Chucky, they admitted they were just as much a comedy as they were a horror franchise.
Yeah.
Like, and they just went off the rails being stupid, and they started shooting things on a much lower budget. And, you know, they just kind of stopped really trying to make good movies and just made fun movies. Because they're all hella fun. Mm-hmm. And they try to tell stories, but they try to do it in too short of a time. Being allowed to be a TV show is filling in so many gaps. Like that we all were kind of pointing about, like watching the Chucky franchise.
Now, you know, let's kind of transition a little bit because I want to talk about this. You know, so let's get into it.
Okay.
Predator versus Leprechaun. So, okay, we have one Predator who has gone up against the likes of Jesse the Body Ventura, Arnold Schwarzenegger, and Danny Glover.
Adrian Brody.
And
Danny Trejo.
Topher Grace.
Is Dolph Lundgren in one of those movies?
He's got to be somewhere.
Apollo Creed himself.
All right, but, you know, let's look at the facts here, okay? The facts here are the Predators are smart. And while Leprechaun is smart as well, the Predators will find a weakness that they can't... They will realize that brute force isn't going to win this battle, so they will find a weakness, which, of course, is a 4-leaf clover or something having to do with gold, which is hilarious to try to envision a Predator doing that. But...
Well, like, why? Yeah, I mean, like, how's the Predator going to learn the 4-leaf clover is its weakness? Like, how is the Predator going to just all of a sudden realize, oh, hey, a leprechaun is killed by a 4-leaf clover. Let's go get one.
Well, if I'm not mistaken, and
are smart.
Matthias is the Predator expert here.
They got outdone by Arnold Schwarzenegger, dude.
Oh, you know what? Actually, I just had a surprise in-person silent screen guest show up. So
is that Bird?
He made a very good point. No, not Bird. Not Bird. Bird's unlikely. This candidate's unlikely. And when we hit post-show, like, you don't really know this guy, but you know who he is, so it'll kind of blow you away. But I'll get there. But he just made a very good point. Predators are not smart. They are technically advanced. They're not the best of tacticians. This Predator has this race has been outdone by not only xenomorphs, but Arnold Schwarzenegger, Jesse the Body. Well, no, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Danny Glover. Like, I mean, think about that real quick. Like, these things have had to admit defeat off some pretty dumb circumstances when it looked like they were really battling some crazy odds, but then just a good trick took them out. Well, we've got a trick master on the other side. We have a magical shoe-shining being who can only be killed by a 4-leaf clover. Otherwise, you can obliterate him with all your lasers, and he's going to crawl up your urethra and chest burst you in outer space. We covered this earlier, thanks to Matthias's attention to detail.
So, this is difficult just based on the fact that, like, Predators are basically war animals for the most part. You know, they have the weaponry, they have the advanced stuff. What is keeping the Predators from having something on them that literally just tells them, oh, this guy's weakness is this? Like, he just looks at his little pit boy on his arm and is just like, oh, all right, 4-leaf clover, let's find one.
The only reason being, A, then he'd have to go get it and come back. B, the Predator, they're about worthy opponents, so they like to fight, you know. And C, like, how's it just gonna know, like, do the scan the Leprechaun? Because this is the only scenario I see where the Predator has no advantage. They're not walking in with a study on their opponent.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They would have the advanced technology on their arm to tell them these things. Like, they wouldn't have to plan anything. They would just scan their opponent and be like, all right.
Well, like what? What do they scan? DNA, genetic makeup? He's a fucking weird spirit. Like, and predators don't really know about the existence of shoes. So like they can't use the weakness to distract him.
Yeah.
Dude, I never thought I'd say this, but I'm taking the 3 foot tall fucking midget from hell.
All right.
I really am. Like,
my friends, I'm choosing Predator. He's choosing Leprechaun. Drop who you think is winning and going on to the finals to take on Ellen Ripley from the first Horror Death Battle Tournament. All right, let's hit that. Get it. Let's do it.
Matthias says, Predator did kill Bill Paxton and Lance Henderson, not Dolph Lundgren. Tristan brings up the fact that Bill Paxton is the only man to have been killed from a Terminator, a Xenomorph, and a Predator. Matthias says it took the Governor 4 times to try and kill a Predator. Jordan says Predator. Tristan says Predator. Matthias is standing with me on this one, the Leprechaun. Silent guess number 1.
Oh, no, it's a Leprechaun.
He's claiming Leprechaun, so I've got...
And Bird is actually claiming Leprechaun as well. He's in the chat, too.
You touch the magic.
Bird's on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay. So, and he just claimed one?
Yep.
He just claimed Leprechaun. So I got 4 Leprechauns. Is that 3 or 4 Predators?
Oh, Mike Vanek said Predator. Fuck. So we're 4-4.
But Vanek sucks.
Yeah, Mike Vanek does suck.
Hey, where's Jen? Go wake her up. We need a deciding vote.
Go wake my wife up. I actually
I've done that once. That's terribly so dangerous.
I actually might do that. She would probably want to be woken up for your arrival.
She hucked things at me. Of course, I lived locally at the time, so.
Well, yeah, and you just popped up. I don't know. So what are we, 4-4?
Yeah. Matthias. Oh, he says he's the tiebreaker. I thought you voted. Let's see.
He said Warwick Davis.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you voted. He's the tiebreaker, so it's still 4-4 though. Oh shit. So at this point, I guess we have to kind of look at how many votes we have gotten in the chat. So Leprechaun, based on before, he's got 15 votes to... Oh, okay, let's find Predator. Where's he at?
She looks
Let's go back up.
She's snoring?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that's a deep sleep.
No, we had a tough night of the kid waking up in the middle of the night last night. So
yeah, and that kid looks very much attached, and like I couldn't wake up one without the other.
All right,
so
so can you believe this? Even in the thing, it is tied with the plus votes for Predator and the plus votes for...
we seriously have a tie in the chat.
Yeah.
Okay. Then allow me to unleash my weird scenario that I thought of earlier.
Okay.
This match is a majority draw. And here's why. The Predators would have no beef with the Leprechaun. Why would they want to hunt a being that has basically just been caged up for however many long? They happen to stumble across and like destroy its cage, knock the clover off so it can get out. It greets them. They do understand other languages. And he basically tells them flat out, look, man, I can grant you wishes, but you can't really kill me unless the gold's involved. And like, why? Like, why do you want to?
Yeah, I don't see greed from Predators.
Yeah. Predators have no hunger for money. They're out for sport.
Right.
So I think the Leprechaun would be like, I can grant you the wishes of everything you want, and the Predator would be like, I want to hunt. Like, I just want good competition. That's all I want. And eventually, if the Predator falls in competition, he nukes the planet. And the Leprechaun lives on.
Okay, well, how about this then? If everybody is in agreement to this, if the Predators just want to hunt and they want good competition, let us bring the Predators to the final round. And let them win this round to go on to face Ellen Ripley.
Whoa! Are you?
Long way of saying, can I just win?
Are you? Actually, this that would still be my pick. Either way, this is I've got both mine in the finalist. Both of my picks are in the final round.
Wait, so did we agree that Predator's moving up?
No.
Okay, go on.
The Leprechaun. Oh, this is because I get everybody's desire. Everybody wants to imagine a fight between Ellen Ripley and a Predator because she is the nemesis of the Xenomorph.
Yes.
But think about this. This is a normal fight. And if it's literally just one-on-one Ellen Ripley versus a Predator, that Predator's got Ellen Ripley's number.
I don't know about that. She took down some bangers last time. And plus, Jennifer Aniston fucking took down the Leprechaun. So,
but in space, there are no four-leaf clovers, and nobody can hear you scream.
My God, do we have to have a three-way battle?
That would actually be pretty amusing.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Well, we
like I said, I'm the one who said this is a draw.
It looks like we're gonna have to have a three-way battle because our chat votes are even. Our discussion group is even. We're even.
I could just go cheat.
Well, no, I counted your vote when you spoke up, and then
that doesn't mean I can't go put a chat vote in. They don't know who I are yet.
I mean, honestly, I already counted your vote, man. I mean,
yeah, but that's a vote in the chat, not a vote, not a vote on the poll.
All right. Well, I mean, are we decided? Are we gonna have a three-way here? Cause.
All right, but we gotta take this out. Like, we have to explain this.
All right. Here we go. And just like that, we have our horror death battle.
Final.
And that will be decided at another time.
A three-way dance. We have to write this shit out. Like, I'm going to have to tell a whole story with this. And now we need a third person to dress up. And I'm calling Warwick Davis if we're going to dress up and fight in person for this. Because I've got a Leprechaun suit, so my work's already done. And I've got Martina, so I can even do the makeup.
I have a Santa suit. Can I be Santa Claus, also dressed as Goldberg?
I have a Santa suit, too. Do you want to get together and fight in those?
Yes.
I'll meet you at Casa de Fruta.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Tracy can ref.
All right, so as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, for the final battle to be decided at another time, we have Ellen Ripley from the Alien franchise taking on the Leprechaun from the Leprechaun franchise, taking on the Predator from the Predator franchise.
So which one's the Daniel Bryan? Leprechaun.
Definitely. Oh, no, you know what? I think the underdog here. Is that what you mean by Daniel Bryan, the underdog?
No, the third little short guy that just gets put into every match as a three-way.
Oh, yeah, definitely Leprechaun.
Ellen Ripley's got the hair, though.
Oh, man. Her hair looks great. By the way, not a spoiler, but if you haven't gotten a chance to see Ghostbusters Afterlife in movie theaters, do it. If you are a Ghostbusters fan, you will not be disappointed. And if you are disappointed in Ghostbusters Afterlife, you are a terrible human being and should never watch another movie again.
Way more sausagey than last time I saw you.
She's old, dude.
I think I found all the weight you lost. Your dog
So,
ate it.
anyway, I'm sorry to do this. Let's do the damn thing where we bring it home, because my surprise guest surprised me that he was going to surprise me in the middle of the show, and I'm looking forward to getting up and hugging this guy.
All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, my name is Brandon the Boss Blacker. You could find me on Instagram at the real Brandon Blacker. Go ahead and find me, follow me, do that whole thing because I love the attention. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in to episode 135 of Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box for Horror Death Battle Tournament Part 2, where we will have another episode soon, basically deciding who is the winner of this three-way dance.
But before we get to that,
what are we doing, Lunchbox?
Next week, ladies and gentlemen, this is your formal and cordial invitation to join us for Lunchbox's birthday extravaganza. And those of you who are on the show, we'll go ahead and give you the inside track first. We want sucky birthday stories or incredibly glorious and hilarious birthday stories. If you got a sick story about what happened to you on your birthday, like a couple I've got to share with you that night, please message them over to us. Personal chat page, Brandon's page, whatever, it doesn't matter. Just get them to us. Now, what we also wanted to do was if you want to send your boy Lunchbox a special video message for his birthday, please do so. Make me laugh, make me cry, but most importantly, let's have some fun because I've made it 38 times around the sun. And I just want to hang out with y'all. My goal, I want to get us to 50 live streams. Even if it's just for one giant, everybody to stop in and say happy birthday. 50. I want to see that number next week. Help us get the word out. I'm going to do the dumb shit, create an event. Like, let's get 50. For one time only. Hopefully many more after.
What he's saying is we want you guys to join our stream. We want to beef it up. We want to get all the people in the stream and join us and get it all the way to 50 viewers, hanging out with us, talking shit with us, and doing what we do best here at Talking Shop with the Boss in the Box, and also celebrating Mr. Lunchbox himself a very merry happy birthday.
And the following week we'll have Grizzly Cal Jack, who y'all may remember as, oh my god, I forgot his name in NXT.
I don't remember him in NXT, so I have to look it up.
So we're gonna be focusing on Cal Bishop, Calabunga Bishop.
Okay. So we will be interviewing an awesome former NXT wrestler and amazing independent wrestler, Grizzly Cal Jack, next week. After the week after Mr. Oh my God, Lunchbox's spectacular birthday extravaganza.
And then it's holiday promo season, bitches. I hope y'all are ready for the dumbest shit you've ever seen. Because your defending champion is going nuclear.
That's right. If you tuned in last year, Mr. Mike Vanek Sucks, Lunchbox, and myself participated in a promo battle. What's a promo? Well, apparently you're not a wrestling fan if you don't know what a promo is. Basically what that means is we are going to talk shit to each other in live videos for your entertainment.
For about a month.
For about a month, yeah.
For about a month.
We're going to go back and forth, and then we're going to have a show about it, and you guys are going to vote on who wins the promo battles.
No. We have judges this year.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Hey, do we know who the judges are?
We got Scotty McRib, and I've got another one to pitch. Anyway, so, ladies and gentlemen, you can join us every Monday night live right here at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time at Talking Shop with the Boston Box on Facebook. Don't forget to join the Talking Shop with the Boston Box Facebook discussion group where we shitpost all the bullshit you want to bullshit about all day, every day long. You can find us on Instagram at Talking Shop with the Boston Box. You can find us on Twitter at shop_talking. And once again, most importantly, you can find us live every Monday night Pacific Standard Time at Talking Shop with the Boston Box on Facebook and YouTube, and at Devastated Media on Twitch. Thank you for joining Horror Battle Part 2. See you next week for my birthday extravaganza.